the next thing I would like to do is introduce the city manager so she can give her presentation. So no stranger to all of you, Haley Snyder. And I don't really have a bio for you, but your bio speaks for itself right now. So, so I'm very excited to have you here, and thank you so much for coming. And I'm just going to step aside, and I will give you this mic.
Good evening, all. Haley Snyder, Albion City Manager. I am getting ready to complete my 3rd year in my role. I would like to say I get the pleasure of coming and sharing all of the great things going on at the city, but a lot of this would not be possible without our wonderful staff. So I just want to acknowledge all of the hard work that they do each and every day. So next slide, please. So this is an overview of our Albion City Council. We have Mayor Victoria Garcia Snyder, Donovan Williams, Lynn Reed, Mayor Pro Tem Nora Jackson, Marcola Lawler, Vivian Davis, and Andy French. Our meetings are held on the 1st and 3rd Mondays of the month, 7 p.m. at the City Hall. Next slide, please. So I'll look at a few things that happened, accomplishments in 2023. Here at City Hall, we really focused on improving our communications with our residents and surrounding communities. So we recently did a website upgrade to make our website more user-friendly, help people navigate it more easily, and just provide more information on our website. Also, the Naturally Connected citywide newsletter, in partnership with several organizations here in our community, we now have a community ambassador that helps get the positive word out on all of the great things that are happening here in our community. We issued a new employee policy handbook. Our employee handbook had not been updated in quite some time, so that was, it took a lot of work, but we are happy to have a new updated handbook in place. We successfully negotiated 4 collective bargaining agreements with our 4 union groups. That's always fun to come to the table and talk about ways to improve working conditions and benefits for our union groups. So that was, took a lot of effort, but we were successful in getting new 3-year contracts implemented. And we recently initiated an Employee of the Quarter program. As I said, all of the things that we're able to accomplish, it really cannot be done without the hard work of our employees. So really lifting them up and praising them and showing them off to our community. So we now have an Employee of the Quarter program. Next slide, please. We had a few different infrastructure projects go on last year. The one main road project was our Haven Road and River Street Improvements project. The city was able to secure $790,000 in grant funding to help accomplish that project. There was a local match, but the grant funding really covered the majority of the costs for that project. The North Albion Street Bridge, we also were able to secure a $1.7 million grant to completely replace the North Albion Street Bridge. If you all have seen it before then, it was a little scary to drive over. So last year, they started the project, but giving the lead times for some of the water main materials, the rest of that project will be completed this year, and we will have a brand new bridge structure along North Albion Street. And then we also have our water service material inspection project. So we also were able to secure a grant through Eagle for $400,000 to identify water service line materials. So in accordance with our lead and copper rules and regulations that the state have put in place, this is helping us to do that. So that project is still underway and is set to be completed this August. And then we are also able to secure funding for $18 million in funding through the USDA RD for a wastewater treatment plant upgrade. So our wastewater treatment facility will have a lot of upgrades to help enhance the services that we provide to our community. And that project will begin this June. Next slide, please. And I just want to highlight a few other grants that we were able to secure. We received a $1 million grant through the Eagle Dam Risk Reduction Grant Program. So we are trying to figure out what to do. We have 5 dams here in our community. And we're at a point where we either need to do a lot of maintenance and improvements, or the state is really pushing to remove the dams to let the waterways return back to their natural flow. So this is helping us in that next phase of the project. We have been doing a feasibility study to see what's our best option and solution to address our, the dams here in town. We also, in conjunction with that, we have the Great Lakes Fishery Trust. We were also able to secure $150,000 to go towards that same project. So this will all go towards the design phase. City Council will actually make that decision or determination on what we do with the dams here in our community. Public safety, they were able to secure $599,000 from the FEMA Assistance to Firefighters Grant to purchase a new fire truck. So I know our Chief of Public Safety is very excited to have that new truck coming. They're actually in the build stage, so we should have that new equipment here in the next few months. And then we also have the MDNR Spark Grant to go towards the second phase of the McIntosh Park project. If you've been out to McIntosh Park, I would say 2 years ago now, we put, thankful to the Tony DeNicola gift, there is a new splash pad, playground, and pavilion in McIntosh Park. So this grant will go towards the second phase, which will include a second parking lot, a walking path around the perimeter of the park, landscaping, and other amenities. So we are very happy to secure that funding. And we also received word that we received $4 million in federal appropriation dollars to redo the roadways in that same area. So here, I would say within the next 2 years, that park space will be completely revitalized. And then we're also able to secure, this amount actually has changed. It now is over $12 million through the Drinking Water State Revolving Loan Fund for a water system improvement project. So this will include a new water tower, improvements to our water treatment facility, and then water main repair all throughout the community. So coming in 2024, we are still focused on infrastructure projects. Our infrastructure is the foundation of our community. Without solid infrastructure in place, we can't attract new residents, new businesses, and that's really what keeps our community going. So as I mentioned before, we have the McIntosh Park Phase 2 project that will be completed this summer. We will be finishing up the North Albion Street Bridge Replacement Project. The Water System Improvements Project will begin this fall. The Wastewater Treatment Plant Upgrades Project will begin this summer. We're working to update our capital improvement plan. That is a 5-year plan that just helps us budget for necessary equipment and infrastructure projects to help keep providing the services to our community. And then we are also in the process of our redevelopment ready community certification renewal. This is a certification that we received through the EDC that tells businesses that we are here to support you. We welcome new businesses. So we are in the process of doing that renewal. And with that, I will be happy to answer any questions. I will pass it back over to Virgie.
Well, before you go, I wanted to say congratulations on increasing that amount of that grant, because it was 9.6 million and now it's over 12, but she's not really giving all the information about this project. It's like a $25 million project that's been underway for several years, as these big projects are. So huge that to be able to attract businesses, to be able to repair the roads, to be able to do the water work that needs to be done. Like, this infrastructure work is no joke, you know, and she's been just working hard on that. So just a huge round of applause for that amount of work. So.